someone.
Yeah. I went to Sharon Olsen, my music producer here, and I said, find him, get him here. I had been hearing so many things about you and really listening to your work. And self-destruction, let's start there. For those of you out there who don't understand the lyric, I'm gonna have this man explain to you lames what it's all about, you know. Talk about self-destruction.
Well, basically, self-destruction is a record that comes out of the Stop the Violence movement. The record Stop the Violence was created on my last album called By All Means Necessary. And what happened is it became such a, how to say, unanimous hit amongst colleges, amongst students in the ghetto and suburb, that we got all the rappers together to come out and do a song just saying to the industry that rappers aren't about that yo man mentality that we're always being told we are about and we're always being shown we're about. So we got the hottest rappers together to do the record Self-Destruction, and it's geared towards black on black crime. But then we can go into what really black on black crime is, because to me, the statistics say that black on black crime is black youth killing black youth, but no one says about the statistics of black police officers killing black youth, which is the concept on this album cover.
Yeah. At the top of the show, you know, I looked into the audience. I mean, on my vacation, all I heard about was black people and white people on each other's case, you know, and I look here, and it ain't about that, you know?
Right.
Everybody on a positive tip. So there is another way, because that way is a step into the past, and we really don't want to do that. Now, I heard you speak on it. Talk to me.
Well, basically, I believe that this is a wall of ignorance, which is put up by media, shows that want to depict black people on one side and white people on another side. It's the wall of ignorance. Black people think, oh, white people this, oh, they got it too easy over there, oh, whitey this, whitey that, which is not true. White people think, oh, black people got it too easy, they can do this, they can do that, I got it, blah, blah, which is also not true. The key lies in education. Once we change the Board of Education's curriculum or criterion, what they're teaching us, then of course we'll have this hand-in-hand, so to speak, unity amongst humanity. But until we're gonna talk about issues like Howard Beach or issues like Bensonhurst, these things come up in the news all the time. You never really hear about a show we did in Compton, which was like 4,000 gang members and not one speck of violence, not one argument.
You know, it's interesting. Okay, now we're gonna really open up a can of worms, but I'm the most hated man in America anyway. So not only do you not hear about stuff like that, but your records with messages like you must learn and messages like self-destruction aren't played on the radio.
Exactly.
As much as they should be.
Right.
And black radio.
Right, at that. You know, it's what is called a growing problem. I'd like to call what it is, but I can't really say. It starts with house and it ends with Negro. And that's basically who is running the black radio nowadays. They think it's all about money. And in a civilization we're living in, I think it's not enough for black people to know who they are. It's more if white and black people know who black people are. That's where the key is. We have so many problems trying to get our records played just because we want to say something. When I was saying nothing, when I was my first album called Criminal Minded, I had an album out. It was a couple of records called Poetry, a couple of other songs, Elementary. Those songs were getting played because I was the regular rap artist. I had just broke into the industry. I was talking about, you know, the regular stuff. I'm the greatest, blah, 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 blah. I got played all over the nation. The minute I opened my mouth and said, stop the violence, the place stopped. And it just goes to show the kids want to hear it, adults want to hear it, people all over the world want to hear it. Why is that? Why is it not getting played?
Very weird. Very weird. You even had the opportunity to write for the New York Times recently in the editorial section. What did you want people to learn from that?
Well, basically, that was geared towards the candidates that were running, the mayors that were running, or former or future mayors that are supposed to be running. That just went into me saying that some of the issues that they were campaigning about really didn't hit home. They were just saying, like, I took Nancy Reagan, for instance, when she was saying, just say no. I asked her, what is she saying yes to? You know, if we're gonna say just say no, what are we saying yes to? Everything's no, 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 no. Don't do this, don't do that, don't do that. But yet, you turn around and her husband's cutting everything. Everything. So how could in one
Well, you know, he has some leaking from his brain.
Yeah. You know, well, basically, the Times piece just went into that. There's a lot of candidates running, and I just feel as though that no one has attacked the issue of homelessness. No one has attacked the issue of nurses in hospitals. No one has attacked the issue of there are more black men in jail than there are in college. No one has attacked that issue to me yet.
And you know what's interesting is you shot right over homeless, but you were homeless at one time.
Definitely, 7 years.
Yeah. So you proved that if you can dream, you can do it.
Definitely. You know, one thing I'd like to point out also is that a lot of people wonder, they say, well, wow, Chris, you know, he was homeless for like 7 years. How did it happen? And I mean, a lot of the people that listen to you or listening to us right now are trying to get into the business of recording. And it's one thing to have a demo, and it's another thing to own your demo. And that was a very important step in my life, to have to really realize that it's not really about your talent. In the music industry, your talent is only worth 5% of what you do. The other 95% is who you're down with, who's behind you, this, that, and the other, how much you know. So the people asking the question how we came up from that, it has a lot to do with education of business, a lot to do with education of self. We relied strictly on our inner self, and that's basically how it happened.
Yeah. Thanks for stopping by.
KRS-One and Boogie Down.